So my education background, I did my undergraduate at the University of Tennessee. I studied forensic anthropology there, and I absolutely loved being at Tennessee. And then I did some master's work at the University of Louisville and got a master's degree in anthropology. So I don't have a teaching degree, and that's one of the unique things about LCA is that I don't have to have the teacher education background, but I have all the science background that kind of allows me to be here and teach that content. So I loved science, and when I was in college I did know the Lord, and so I came to know the Lord as I was kind of finishing up my graduate program, and I was like, Lord, where are you leading me? Like, I don't know if I can go into this field that is really, God is really not a part of. And so I really struggled, and I had a family friend who called, and she worked at a private Christian school in Georgetown, and she said, hey, we need a science teacher, we are desperate. Are you looking for a job? I was like, okay, sure, I'll try. And so I was there for a year, and I loved it, but it was just really small, and I didn't feel like I was doing all that I could do for the Lord. And a job opened here at LCA, and I applied, and I've been here for 8 years. Oh my gosh, I love this place. I can't think of anywhere else that I would rather work. Working with young students every day is awesome. It tests your patience sometimes. The Lord is working on me through this place. No, kids are special, and getting to pour into the next generation of Christian leaders is something that I absolutely just love about being here. And I think what is my favorite class is a hard question for me, because I love my honors anatomy because it's rigorous and I really get to push the students, but I love my biology because it's the freshman kids. They're new to LCA, some of them. They're new to the high school, all of them. And I kind of get to like start fresh with them. And what's cool is a lot of them come back later as upperclassmen and take honors anatomy. So I like both classes because they're different, and I kind of get to see the student mature as their high school years go on. So I think working here at LCA has been really awesome. Not just impactful on me as a Christian, but I love that I get to pour into the next generation of Christian leaders. And I think about all the different ways I get to do that here. In my classroom, I get a whole group of kids every hour, a different group, and I get to know all their unique little qualities. But then outside of that, I have kids who come before school or come after school, and they're like, hey, I want to talk about this, or hey, can you help me with this problem, or will you pray with me? And I think that's really awesome that kids get to make those one-on-one connections here, where we do have such small classes and just this atmosphere of I care about you. And I get to sponsor a club with Coach Galloway, Chick-fil-A Leader Academy, and it's for sophomores, juniors, seniors, and I get to really know that group of kids pretty well. Some I taught as freshmen. They come into the Chick-fil-A club, and then I get to teach them again, later. And so that's really awesome too, just to get to pour back into the kids in the way that I feel like, I needed as a high school student. And so I just love that about this place, that I get to form those relationships and do that in that way.
Things I enjoy about Miss Jarvis as a teacher is she's very good at explaining the content and stuff, and she's a very funny teacher, and she just has a very enjoyable class.